But just to carry on with that thought, if any of you, my prompts are there. If any of you, you're interested in getting a post, I'm sending postcards out to people in Canada, U.S., Australia, Finland, well, wherever you are. Send you one. I'm pop this up just as a way to keep social connections. When they first talked about all this, let's cut back and flatten the curve. They talked about social distancing, and I think that was a mistake to call it social distancing because they do want you to distance out in, not to socialize with people that close. But that's also grocery stores and all sorts of other stuff. So they really should have called it, and they're changing some of it, physical distancing. Keep the social connections there somehow, just physically stay away. Hey, Gareth, how are you doing? Oh, and thank you very much for the follow, Gareth. But today I don't go very often. I ordered something online, and it normally would come by Canada Post, but it was something that required a signature, and Canada Post isn't doing signatures at the door anymore, so you have to walk over to the postal. You have to walk over to the local postal outlet and pick it up there. And it was fairly clean. I seen better. Okay. The guy had gloves on, but he had worn the same gloves all day, so he was just spreading the infection. But everybody stayed away from everybody. So, that was good. Yes, I have. I have a bunch of UK maps. I haven't driven in UK maps in a long time. I've got a lot of UK scenarios. What I should do, I guess, is I should put up a list of my routes. Somewhere. I guess at the bottom of my channel, where I've got information on books and stuff, I could just do a list of all the routes I have. And if I got a lot of people saying, "Oh, could you do this Bristol to something route?" Yeah, I could. When I first got this game, a decade ago probably, I didn't have a lot of focus. Actually, I started doing UK and European routes because it was interesting. I'd never been there. But the problem with the game, of course, is the DLCs, they sneak up on you. And so I had UK and, Germany. What else did they have? Switzerland. And then West routes. And steam and diesels. Oh, there's so many variations that you can have that you end up spending a fortune on. Oh, wait a minute. Even if you buy them on sale, so instead of $30, you're getting something for $15, which is a bargain, but it was really overpriced at $30. I wonder if I should turn. Just a sec. I wonder if I should turn the engine. Just a sec. I got to turn the engine down a bit. Not much, just a bit there. There, that should probably be better. Go via... People know a train's coming through. Have I got all the DLC for ATS? Yes, I think I do. And I've got, I just bought last week Sierra Nevada, which is a mod somebody has done, and you have to pay for it, but service approaching, oh, that's interesting. AMT 649, I wonder what that means. AMT 649, what the hell does that mean? We'll find out, I guess. Let's do a save here. You're waiting for the next Steam DLC. You mean you're waiting for the next ATS DLC? What DLC are you waiting for? Oh, AMT 365. That's the one that's coming. Oh, which one? ATS? Which ATS DLC? Utah? Oh, do we have Utah? I forget what we have now. I'm using Coast to Coast, so I drive on a lot of it that's not been released yet anyways. Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, I got Utah. I can't remember what the next one is and that's coming out. I know it's going to be delayed because you know, they're still working, but they're working from home. So you're working with, even though if you got a good laptop and a good connection, it's not the same as being in the office on the internal network of the, you know, and then chatting with the guy next to you, and you know, you look at his screen and then she looks at your screen and stuff like this. So that's the one that was coming towards me. I wonder when they told me that. EMT 665. That was nice. Thank you. Thank you for telling me AMT 665 was coming at me. Oh yeah, let's do this again. Hey, Crusher, how you doing? I'm driving the New York to New Haven route, the RBJets scenario. Which is also, this one is leaving Oak Point. Sort of a long train. I did not have to put this together, it was just there. Well, maybe it was the one I assembled last. Yeah, maybe it's the one I put together. What the hell's in it? I can't remember. I can't remember what I put together. The scenario before this, I put together a consist. Oh, maybe that's the consist I'm dragging up there now. He tends to do that. RBJets does that, so. Vane map. Ah. Well, I've been driving on ATS. Well, you maybe know I've been driving on the Sierra Nevada on ATS. Twisty Little Roads, and also Brazil. EAA Mappa on ETS too. Small roads option if possible. Oh, PJ Indo. I drove on one years ago that was guess we got a green light. I drove on one years ago that was, I think it was Philippines, India, somewhere, Thailand. I forget what it was. Anyways, it was somebody's attempt at a. And the problem was that he just reused assets from Germany, really. So, and the same trees and stuff like that. So it just looked like you were driving in Germany with signs that had Sanskrit Indian writing on them. So it wasn't that exciting. Black Sea DLC. Yes, I have the Black Sea DLC. I believe the latest version of you're a Pro Mods person, aren't you, Crusher? So I believe the latest Pro Mods now works with the Black Sea DLC. Oh, Rustmap doesn't. Oh, that's unusual. They're usually pretty fast with that. So people don't run across the track. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not one to do beta. Unless the beta has something I really, really want. Like I think at one point there was a beta that came out and meant you could own trailers. So that's something I really wanted, but in general, they aren't something I'm desperate for. And I've had problems going to a beta, having crashes and issues, and then also trying to go back from the beta because I wanted to drive on an older map, and my profile got lost, or just wasn't worth it. And it's obviously an electrified railway around here, isn't it? Stamford Track 4. Are we, are we getting there? Oh. Forward, lead, turn back, blah, blah, drop off 2, couple of things, and then stop there. We do a bunch of switching at Stamford, which is nice. One of these is hang out the window. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's interesting. It's hang out the window. Okay. I want to do that. Out the window, we can crank this up. Look like you're going so fast when you zoom like that. It says there's a light here, but I don't see any bloody light. It says there's I'm not seeing them. They're not even dwarf lights, as they call them, inappropriately. Dwarf signals. what I mean? We're coming up on a signal, and I should see it as a signal. Right about now. Nope, nothing. So I'm not sure if one of those was red, how I would stop at it, because it's not there. So about 10 minutes, and we'll be at Stanford track 4. And then I think we have to do some switching. They are not offering a stimulus check in Canada. In Canada, they've got two things. You're not getting a flat rate check, which may or may not be a good idea. What you're doing is you usually, depending on your income tax that you paid last year, you get a tax rebate, a GST, which is the goods and services tax. You get a goods and services tax rebate. If you don't make a lot of money, you get a rebate on the sales tax you paid. And what they've done is they have bumped that up a big chunk. So as long as you submitted your income tax last year, and I did, then I think I got a $500 in my bank account. And again, you can set it up for that. The other thing we have in Canada is there is you can apply if you have lost income because of COVID-19. You can apply for money. Interesting. Oh, those things. Oh, okay. Those lights in the cab. Thank you, baked beans. So what we get here is you can get a depending on how much money you apply, and what they're doing actually initially is everybody who applies gets the money, and then they're going to go in after and actually check your form, and either later on in the year or next year tax time saying, so that $2,000 you got, you didn't lose any income, so you owe us the $2,000. And if you spend it on a stereo, sucks to be you. Owe us that $2,000 because in advance. So college students do focus on the final term of studies to join the screwed. Okay, so that was the square. Yes, or high school students who, high school students who are now not going to get a summer job to pay for college. They also don't have lost income, but they have future lost income. So I believe that the legislation now or in the short future, they said that it was going to account for those things too. I forgot to look at that. Oh. Yep. I'd say ask your MP. Yeah. I'll give you a heads up, Cyclone, but also ask your M. Yeah, I guess your MP. What are my news organizations doing with the 2-meter social distancing thing that's going on? Well, they're supporting it. They are very supportive of it. What do you mean, what are they doing with it? Anybody who was claimed as a dependent doesn't get anything here. So if you were dependent last year but aren't now, oh, that sucks. They got it in place pretty fast here in Canada, actually. This initial, go on the site and apply electronically, and we'll send you money, because they use CRA, Canada Revenue Agency, that already has all the structure for, a lot of people calling in and managing a lot of people and sending checks out to a lot of people. So they already had that whole thing. So that worked pretty good. That worked pretty fast. You go in, doing the form, and like I said, they're not really checking it. They're just, based on what you said, here's what you're entitled to, and the money shows up in 2 days in your bank account. Now, like I said, sometime between now and tax time next spring, they're gonna go through and audit everybody, basically electronically or whatever, and they may go through and say, so you lied, you owe us the money. Service approaching AMT 653. So that's interesting. I like that. Oh, okay, so these little plates, there's those little plates, and they say that it's a green day. Oh, an advance on next year's refund. Oh, wait a minute. Am I seeing a flaw here? So if it turns out you're not entitled to a refund next year, does that mean that you owe them this? Oh, it's not counted as income. No, I don't think ours is counted as income. But the thing is that the tax company will want it back if you got it under false pretenses. Remember to call to pass signal danger. Okay, so it's going to be one of these things. Okay. Whatever that one was. Wasn't here though. Yeah, if you get it when you shouldn't, they want it back. But there's no penalty associated. So I mean, it's basically an interest-free loan. So if you need a few $1,000s as an interest-free loan for several months, that's okay. But at some point, they're gonna say, "Where's that cash?" I think that was the easiest way to implement it. I need to change the lighting in here. It's very yellow. Oh well, not now. And change to 15. When do I have to change to 15? I don't know what I can do is save. So I'm not sure when they are going to open the economy back up in Ontario or Canada. I think they're going to be, oops. I think Ontario, I think in Canada, I think the provinces are going to be, well, no. The provinces are going to be slightly different in their approach as to when they open things up or not. And it's going to be under the guidance of the federal government, so they will be cautious. So as much as I would like them to open things up like hairdressers so I can get my hair cut, I can survive. Nice when my local bar opens up again too, but my local bar is not going to open until it's okay to have people cramped in together licking each other's faces and sharing glasses. Well, I've got, as you can see, I mean, I've got curly hair, very curly hair, so curly hair. So snipping bangs is the least, well, it's doable, but you cut curly hair, cut the ends, you take some of the weight of it off it, and it tends to shorten even more, so you have to be careful. So my hairdresser tells me. I believe her. Okay, we got a flashing green, so we're getting greens anyways. We're getting greens. All oh, there's the 15. Yeah. No, I mean, he cares. His priorities are the economy because the economy defines whether he will get reelected or not, and that's what's most important to him is to get reelected. So, unfortunately, now he's got people like Fauci advising him. Fauci really criticized him the other day, and Fauci backed off on his criticism. Sort of. He said, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. So he did a little brown nosing, not nearly as much as Pence, but I'm suspecting that Fauci realizes that he's more effective in close to Trump than as an outsider. I think Trump does listen to him. Trump listens to him more than he would listen if he wasn't there at all. If you get what I mean. Ah, so we've got that thing, whatever that means. Fell off. Ah, we want one of these things. That's what that was. Oh, I see what we're doing here. Did I get down soon enough? Oh, I did. I'm going on this little tiny side thing. It's like, why are we going here? I don't know. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Sort of. We're at the Stanford Yard, apparently. Stanford Yard lead. Yeah, so I mean, Trump doesn't listen to him. I don't know. Trump doesn't really listen to anybody. Oh, before you stop for break, drop the 2 empty trash containers in yard 4. I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to go all the way past all that shit. Well. Trump, listen. You know that's fake news. It's fake news that he listens. I know. Now, interesting. His last press conference. His press conferences have turned into 2-hour-long rallies, so the networks have just stopped covering the whole press conference, and he's pissed off. But oh well. And now they're pushing back. The reporters are saying, "What about this? What about this? No. What about this?" So. Not much you can do. You can't cancel the press conferences. Oh yeah, it's good that they push at him. Go by the turn back. Why are we not going to the Stanford Yard turnback? Stanford Yard lead. And go to the turnback, and we are not. We need to be on that other one. Damn. Go via Stanford Yard turnback. So how do we get to the Stanford Yard turnback? We go this way. Yeah, because lead, and then that was where I should have gone to the turnback. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. They did mention something about manual switches. But, you know, it's not my fault. If Trump can say it's not my fault, I can say it's not my fault. They did tell me to switch them manually. I didn't switch them, but on the other hand, I have driven a long distance. Easy for you to say with hindsight. I've driven a long distance past a lot of switches on this to get here, and everything was switched for me. Stanford here. Here. And here. Gets me on the turn back. I think. Yes, Fred screwed it up actually. Yeah. And I did manage to multitask and carry on a discussion about Trump and such, so. Your news channels give those who want to watch the full news conference go to their mobile apps. And to another channel that is owned by the station. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, here in Canada, I can go to CPAC, which is the Canadian Public Access Channel or whatever like this. I can go to the official government channel, or whatever the Prime Minister or whoever is giving a talk up here, I can go to that. So I suspect you can do the same thing in the States. There must be an official White House channel that covers the whole thing, stop to end, which is available online. So, you know, yeah, CPAC. So there's, I'm sure that like there's a U.S. version of CPAC. Right? No, that's okay. You're allowed to get. I think it's CPAC, Canadian Public Access Channel. What am I trying to get? I'm trying to get farther because I want to back up to be. Oh yeah, okay, so I gotta get there. Where am I? Probably better known by attackman. C-SPAN. Cable Public Affairs Channel. C-SPAN. Okay. Oops. I hate it when that happens. I somehow go off game. Okay, so I want to back up to Stanford Yard 1-4 lead. Thing here. Back up and 1-4 lead, and then drop off on yard 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's possibly has been set up for me. Let's see. Well, you had an A. You had an A too, and a P and an A. So I mean, you know, you had a lot of the appropriate letters. So I'm looking forward, Cyclone. I'm looking forward to you starting your stream, getting in there. I've got days and days in this RBJets. There's a lot of scenarios here. I guess he's got about 12 of them or something. So I've got a lot of scenarios to do in this, and then I've got ATS stuff, ETS stuff. I've got Hunter Call of the Wild that I haven't played for a while. I should be playing that. And I've got Opera I want to be watching. And not necessarily every night, but a bunch of those. And I've got books I can be editing. And, well, garden. I don't really have a garden I have to look after. My landlord is redoing the back, so my garden's pretty well going to get destroyed. My perennial garden that my girlfriend and I put in is going to get pretty well destroyed, but it's okay. I'm renting, not my property. It's got a glimpse of the assignments in the class is 60%. Huh. And I forget again. Tell me again, Cyclone. What are you studying? What are you studying where? So I'm going to drop these guys anywhere. I think. Let's get down to less than 1. Get down to there. Okay. Drop off. 7097 and 7196. These two guys. Put a brake on. Click, click, click. Just add the 3 cars on one and it's a brake. Okay. I can do that. I get to get. Need to check that sometimes things get carried away and the what's uncoupled gets coupled again. Esports program. It obviously is a new thing because I don't know what esports is. Or one. Yes, so please tell me what it is. And I'll do my best to get past this damn switch. Electronic sports. Like online football? Like Football Fantasy League? Is the Hunter Call... Ow! Fucking knee. So is my Hunter Call of the Wild... Is that an esport? It's shooting. Yard 1. Games like Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege. Okay, okay. So like Call of Duty is an e-sport? Okay. 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 No. I'm not doubting. I just wasn't sure what the distinction was. So, as a graduate from the esports program, then what would you do in terms of Call of Duty, say? What am I doing? I'm coupling the back on 1. Oh, and I think I stop. I think I do this, and I think actually I actually will be done. So yes, tell me quick before we're finished. What would you, for example, as an esports graduate, what would you do with Call of Duty? Okay, I gotcha. Okay. Now, who would hire you? So, what is your who are you? This is very interesting. So, who would you be marketing yourself to then? Like, would you be marketing yourself as a consultant to the people who have released Call of Duty? Huh. But tell me again why you can't. How can the industry be shut down? Oh, wait a minute. Yes, a lot of these. Oh, yes, they have live tournaments, don't they? That's the whole thing. Yes, I've seen these. Yes, I've seen these live tournaments where you've got. I mean, you've got a whole whack of people playing the same game. Now I can see how it's going. Got a whole whack of people playing the same. Let's do a save here just in case. Playing the same game, all on computers on some kind of network or something. Well, network or something. It is a network. And you've got crowds all around them watching them with big screens and stuff like this, cheering them on. So yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. No, I've seen that. I've seen that. Now it all comes together. So, oh, okay, yes, and I can see how you're screwed. Because although that's going to be, well, it's people in closed space. Okay, be break time. Great job, scenario complete. See you in part 2. Well, Laird, Thunder, and Jesus, but that was a long thing. How long have I been? Almost 2 hours, but fun. Good, yes, and yes, we'll give them a thumbs up. Okay, now we'll go, and the next one is part 2. I'll just show you what. Oh, we don't want that. Don't want that either. Just want. Come on, give me everybody. Standard. I don't want that. Let's get that. Get away. Why am I having trouble selecting these things? Drive, career, standard. Starting extract. Yeah, my own channel will have to negotiate this 60% final become curious. Yeah, interesting. Oh, I see what I've done. Okay. I had a search term up there and it does it very faint just to make sure you're paying attention, which I wasn't. Okay, so just for your information, folks, the next one we're going to do is part 2 of this. Leaving Oak Point part 2, and of this one we leave Stamford and head toward the Bridgeport Yard, so I'll show you what that is. One more reminder there, anybody want a postcard, let me know. DM me your address, name and address, and one of my nice fountain pens, and I got a nice set of postcards, and I've got international stamps too, so I can send them to the US, I can send them to Australia. One of the things on my to-do list. You will not be amazed by my script. I can write cursive, but I've forgotten a lot of it, and my hand's a little shakier. So, go to Stanford, up to Bridgeport. Need to stay off the roadside main commuter lines. This is our really only chance to do so. Okay, I'll just show you where this goes. So we're here. First pull forward, do the manual switch. Where Mike is standing by, flip it, need to reverse toward the Stanford station to clear the auto switch will get us off the outside main line. Oh, see? So we are here, and we're going to go to here, then we're going to go to here, and then we're going to go to back up. Then we're going to go back up more, and then we go all the way over here. Southport, Southport, Bridgeport, Bridgeport. Oh, and another. So, and possibly once we get to Bridgeport, we might just do more. Yeah, we'll give it a thing right now. Yeah, we got parts 1, 2, and 3. Part 3, I think, is we pull into the New Haven yard work. New Haven coming soon. So we did yard work at one end at Oak Point, and we'll do yard work at the other end. Probably take a train apart. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm going to watch a little bit of Lucifer, I guess. And so thanks very much for viewing, my friends. Thanks for following. Hopefully everybody is stay safe, stay away from each other. I'm going to say stay happy. Don't stay happy, but better stay upbeat. It is spring, so adios, my friends. Ciao. Ta-ta for now. Yeah, why not stay happy? Well, it sounds like that Bobby Gimby thing. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah. Can't stay happy. I didn't want to sound a little too shallow. A bit of shallow is good. So, see you guys.